A thought for all the would-be whistleblowers. November 2, 2019 by Anna von Reitz. It has become fashionable for whistleblowers, especially would-be whistleblowers who want to blow the whistle, but not really do it, to claim that they have things like the Epstein videos, or the Bill Clinton talks with Putin, or the, well, you name it. They appear to want the notoriety, but they don't have the guts to actually blow any whistles. They just talk about having whistles to blow. The fact is that if our public justice system were actually working, all the crooks doing all these unspeakable crimes would be in jail, Bill and Hillary would be in jail, probably 30% of all the posers and impostors substituting themselves for and pretending to be legitimate public officials and public officers, would be in jail. Already. We've estimated that approximately 2 million Americans, and that's just Americans, doesn't count all the other imposters in other countries, are engaged in criminal and knowing fraud and are deliberately operating under color of law as government officials, when they aren't even properly public employees. Okay, so that's the reality. And that is going to be the reality until the vast bulk of Americans wake up and reclaim their birthright political status and assemble their states of the union and enforce the public law. If you have information that needs to be known by the rest of the world, just blow the fricking whistle. Don't talk about blowing the whistle. Either do it or be damned. You get no points for almost blowing the whistle or for depending on your friends to be braver and more responsible than you, and blow it for you after your death. This whole idiocy of the deadman switch still means that you are dead, and the people you left the information with 9 times out of 10 are, 1, just as scared of it as you were, and 2, have even less idea of how to expose it or who to pass it into. Seth Rich is dead because he didn't get the garbage out. Don't make the same mistakes. NYPD is still sucking hind tits to the FBI because they didn't have guts enough to actually blow any whistles. Don't falter in the chase. If you've got the Epstein tapes, publish them on the internet. Publish them direct to the White House. Send the crap to Buckingham Palace. Send it to the International Criminal Court. Light up the rear end of their office of the prosecutor. Give it to Anonymous. So, you took a powder and are living in Russia now? That means you have even less excuse for being feckless and failing to do the job set before you. Russia has great access to the internet. Blast it all out, 24/7. Let's see that film of Hillary and Huma skinning a little girl alive. Maybe then the clueless people in this country will get a clue about who the real enemies are. Let's see Epstein holding a gun to Mike Pence's head. Let's see GHWB in the act with some cute little call boys. Let's see Prince Andrew groping 10-year-old girls. Don't get me wrong. It's not that we want to see this sordid, vicious, nasty, criminal material for the sake of seeing it. But if it exists, we need to see it to wake us up, to funnel the public outrage needed to sweep through this country like a wet mop and put an end to it. Sometimes it takes gut-wrenching, makes me want to throw up stuff to get people truly motivated. So if that's what is going on, and you've got proof of it, let's see it. Let's see it all. Now. At the end of the day, there is no better way to diffuse explosive information than to let it explode. Just stand back and let rip. The vermin will be so busy worrying about how to save their own butts, they won't have time or money to go after you, once you've actually blown the whistle.